Hey, what's up, YouTube? Coming at you, all 3Ds. We got big news. The party boat is here. The band is kicking. And I see lots of beers. That's Clutch, one of my favorite bands. Big News Part 2. I gotta figure out how to somehow to incorporate that into these videos. Anyway, what's up, YouTube? Cheers, everybody. So, today was pretty, well, not going to get into that. It was pretty lame on some fronts. Kind of sweet on one small little thing. I got to read this for you. I got a fan, a subscriber, like somebody I don't know from outside of real life, and actually left a substantial comment on my site. So this video is giving props to It's Medication Time, and I'll feel you, brother. So this is dedicated to you, my first real fan of somebody that I don't know. I have people that I do know that will watch and text me and things like that. But this is somebody that just, I don't even know how the hell they saw this. I don't know how it came up or whatever. But today I decided to just check in on my video because I haven't done one in a while. And boom, as you can see, there's right there. I don't know, I'll put it on the screen. Hopefully you can see it. Right there, 50 views. Okay, my video for back doing vids again, Trump won, plus mad props to StyxHexenHammer666. So I got 50 views on that sucker, and one person was kind enough to leave a response. So this video is going to be called Mad Props to It's Medication Time. And here's what he said. And it pertains to, obviously, the Styx video, but hey man, first time seeing your video on YouTube. I subscribe since it seems we have similar views. I don't like listening to clones of what I'm thinking. I like to hear all reasonable views and then make a decision based on that info. Styx is an author of quite a few books on the occult and fiction and is into grindcore, which I didn't really know he was into grindcore. I knew he was into music and sings and stuff, but that's pretty cool. I wouldn't say that I'm technically into grindcore. I like it. But I'm more of just like a straight up Pantera style ass kicker metalhead. Violent groove metal, I guess, is what we called it. But anyways, let me continue here. So Styx is an author of quite a few books on the occult and fiction and is into grindcore. His works are on sale on Amazon. Not sure if Tarl Warwick is his real name or his pen name, which is kind of something I said in the video. We call him Tarl because it's unique and it fits him for whatever reason. So, not sure if Tarl Warwick is his real name or his pen name. Either way, he's a great thinker and speaker. I agree, it's medication time. It's people like Styx that can change the world and bring people together, explaining the goings-on that are hard to grasp unless we are researching 24/7. He really spells it out so anyone can understand the issues he talks about. We are all different, and not all of us grasp ideas at the same speed or understanding. I have to admit, I really don't understand the truly bizarre reaction by some people who voted for Clinton. 8 years of Bush and 8 years of oh blah 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 ma. That's what he says. I think he just misspelled, but it kind of sounds cool. Oh blah blah ma. Something blah blah ma. Have destroyed this country, which I totally agree. I wouldn't be making videos if it hadn't gotten so bad, probably. Oh, by the way, now I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Hey, Styx, if you see this chest hair's for you, buddy. I see how you roll. Hillary would have done this planet in for sure. I agree with that as well. If they would just give it time, it would be better for all of us here in the States and the rest of the world. We have to give him a chance, especially since he's not a career politician. Most people give politicians way too much credit and never call them out. They work for us. We don't work for them. That's correct. And looking forward to more of your videos. Peace out. So, bam, right there. I got to give credit where credit's due. It's medication time. You can see that whole big thing. You don't just go online. I don't know if it's backwards. It looks backwards to me. This much right here. That much shit. You don't go online and write that much shit unless you care. Period. Bottom line. You would not go and write that much stuff on somebody's video unless you didn't give a fuck. So now I feel like that was a little bright spot in my day. I just decided to go on and check on my video, and bam, there's like a big comment on it, and how awesome, right? So I have a fan, and I won't let you down, just like I hope Trump won't let us down. You know, I had a rough day. This was one tiny little bright spot, you know, me just talking shit into a camera. If that made your day better and whatnot, then more power to you, man. That makes me feel good. I'm down here stuck in Ohio. I'm from Michigan, in case anyone knows. My name is Clinton Cox. That's my real name, not a pen name. I know I'm the Big Red Clintoris Cox, all right? That's fact, not bullshit. That is my name. So I'm going to give you a background a little bit into what I'm all about, because it seems that I feel like I owe that to It's Medication Time. Basically, I'm going to try to keep this quick because I could go on forever. About 2007, it was actually 2006, I started a metal band with some really good buddies of mine, free thinkers, beer drinkers, you know. And, excuse me, that's another thing Styx does in his videos. He just drinks his tea or coffee or whatnot. I'm going the beer angle tonight. I had a pretty rough day, but I digress. Okay, so about 2006... It was about 2006. It was the summer of 2006 when we really started getting kicked up on it. Started a metal band called Blacktooth Brigade. Watch out, because I'm going to put some stuff on YouTube. We weren't really on YouTube, but there's some underground recordings and such that I will put on YouTube. And now that I'm thinking about it and putting it on the public record, it's coming. So you can hear our music. Okay. So, I was the bass player with a guitar player and a drummer. That's how it started. There's three of us. And then we then added somebody because I couldn't play bass and sing. We needed a singer, and I was kind of like the singer or whatnot. But I figured out that I really couldn't... sorry, I'm going to get a little closer here. I figured out that I really couldn't sing and play bass very good. Like, I was a proficient... I still play bass. I'm proficient, but I'm not a great bass player by any stretch of the means. I can play guitar, but I'm not a great guitar player. There's my Martin right there. It's my baby, my Martin. So, anywho, I was in a metal band, and we started getting better, getting good. We added a bass player, so then so there's four of us. And then what happened was our bass player was such a badass guitar player, but was like filling the bass role, so we added another bass player, threw him on guitar. So we had a 5-piece, 2 guitar attack with a bass, drums, and me doing lead vocals. Sorry, I was at Outback for a little while. So anyways, we started this band, and some of the original lyrical content I was coming up with was more or less like party based and just kick ass, drink beers, talking about it's medication time. It's stuff like that, you know. Free thinkers and beer drinkers, right? So that was kind of the intent of at the beginning. I didn't really know what else to write about. You know, that's what we did. We were 24 years old or something at the time. So, it was just about kicking ass and trying to play metal and kind of emulating our favorite bands, which Dimebag was pretty much across the board everybody's favorite musician, guitar player, and he had obviously been killed in a mass shooting incident in Columbus, Ohio, which is really sad. Dimebag, rest in peace, brother. You know what? For all the fans out there, you know what I'm gonna do? You know, I'm gonna slam this whole beer just for Dimebag. So I love you, brother. You're the best, man. Let me get another one. So hold right there. Play some elevator music. Okay, and I'm back. Oops. You're on. In case you didn't know, I'm a little bit of a hillbilly, all right? So, again, Dimebag was our hero, playing violent groove metal, and playing songs about partying and kicking ass and all these sort of concepts. And I'm very like metal will always be my favorite music. There's nothing as visceral and edgy and meaningful and all these things as metal. So that's what I was into the most. But second most is country music. And some people have a problem with that. And I'm not talking this horse shit on the radio. I'm talking Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, even Conway Twitty. You know, you could go on and on with the classics. I was raised up on that stuff. And like I said, I'm a little bit of a hillbilly, right? And something struck me listening to Willie Nelson on one of his records. Excuse me. Sorry, it's a little gross. I'm having a fuck of a day, though. Cheers, everybody. But Willie Nelson said that you can't make a record if you ain't got nothing to say. That's on the Shotgun Willie song. Look it up. Shotgun Willie sits around in his underwear. Alright? But he says that you can't make a record if you ain't got nothing to say. And I started looking at the things going on in the world. And, at first I was like hillbilly, and when I say hillbilly, not this racist bullshit, okay? I'm just talking about good old boy partying and stuff, right? Raised up country sort of stuff. So that racist shit disgusts me. But I started looking at the world, and I started thinking to myself, I can't make a record if I ain't got nothing to say. So what do I gotta say? Like, this is like going from bass player to being a lead singer. I was like, this is like a real platform, and I gotta say something. What do I have to say? I can't say anything if I'm not educated on what's going on in politics. I didn't want to be political rage against the machine or something, but I didn't want to look like an idiot. And I did have something to say. It started to get to the point where I couldn't figure out what was going on in this country. And I originally, I didn't vote for Bush, and I didn't go for Gore because I wasn't 18 at the time. I just missed it. I was 17. And then in 2004, I still wasn't really involved with the politics, and I was kind of like, in a way, hoping Kerry would win, but I still wouldn't vote for either of them, and I didn't really give a shit enough to vote still yet. And then it was 2006 and 7 era, and I started to think to myself, I wasn't like for the invasion of Iraq. I was too young and too stupid to really know any different. I just supported the troops. We had been attacked in 9/11. It was gut-wrenching to watch that. I was in college at the time. I mean, it was horrifying. I was there. I saw it on TV and watched it with my buddies and stuff. It was god-awful. So that era, that small era right there, basically gave Bush a free pass to do whatever, and we backed him because of, patriotism, as Styx would say. I love that saying, by the way, the socialism. So yeah, we gave him a free pass. We backed him because of patriotism. They effectively used our patriotism to fuck us all over, and I didn't get it at the time. I was like, these people protesting, they're a bunch of pussies or whatever, And it wasn't the case, because the anti-war protesters were the real protesters, okay? They weren't what's going on today, which is, you can look at my last video or whatever. And I'm not even shitting on those people, but what I am saying is, like, I will make this small point before I digress too far. You're going to protest something, go be... Sorry, my phone's on the other way. This time it was on the corner. But if you're going to go protest something, damn it, go protest the wars. Like, why are you protesting a legitimate election when there's an illegitimate or several illegitimate wars going on? Where are these liberals? Like, where are the ones, like, I'll say it. I called them pussies at the time. I was wrong. The people that actually were protesting these wars were actually good-hearted people. Why are they not? Why are we all not protest? I'll go protest with you, leftists. I will go protest if you go protest the fucking wars. not go protest Trump. I mean, he hasn't done anything. Literally, all the living presidents endorsed him. Bush didn't really publicly do it, but you know he did. They endorsed Clinton, which is everybody who brought you $20 trillion versus the guy who didn't do shit to you. Can you not understand this and give him a chance? And if you're going to go protest something, go protest the fucking wars. All of them that Obama expanded and got a peace prize for, okay? Sorry, digressing. This is me now trying to explain me then, which was my patriotism, right? You took advantage of my patriotism, and I'll never forgive you for it, you sons of bitches. So in 2006, 2007, I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on in this country? So I don't even know where to look. There wasn't really resources. There was the internet, but it was like, it wasn't really like it is now. It was more, there wasn't even a YouTube at the time, you know what I mean? I'm talking 2006, so it was just budding. The YouTube that was there was like music videos and stuff like that. It was like, and you could actually download it at the time. It wasn't anything like it was today. I had heard about it from a buddy and checked it out, but the point is that the information was there, but it was in a very budding, very early state as compared to where it's at now. So information was not as available. Had it been, I'd like to think that my patriotism wouldn't have gotten abused or whatever, you know. So we got suckered into the wars and all of this. That's why I can empathize with Trump a little bit, because, you know, I don't even think he said I want war with Iraq, but he was saying, you know, maybe we should remove Saddam or whatever. And that got blown way the hell out of proportion. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. But so back to the music. So I tried to start informing myself. And around that time, mystically, magically, I was delivering a load of parts to Detroit, or to Livonia, actually. And driving down I-94 from Jackson, that's where I'm from, the Jackson area. So I'm driving down 94 to Livonia to drop these parts off, and I see like a field, like a farmer's field, with a plywood, you know, 2x4s and plywood pounded into the ground, spray painted, you know, Ron Paul 2008. And I'll never forget that as long as I live, because I thought to myself, who the hell is that? And why the hell haven't I heard of Ron Paul? What the hell is Ron Paul? And somebody's so obsessive about it that they go pound a 2x4 in their property and put up a plywood sign and spray paint it. So after I delivered the parts, I was starting to try to become politically active. I was looking at the candidates, and I was so not anti-war, but like, why didn't we win? What are we doing? How long are we going to be there? You know, so I started looking at like Obama and Hillary, because I really thought maybe I was a liberal or something, because you know, I was kind of raised where my dad and my mom were sort of Republicans. You know, they weren't like hardliners or anything, but they were, you know, Republicans. And it wasn't that I ever wanted to rebel against them. I just thought maybe it was time to look at the other side of the argument. Started looking at Hillary and Obama, and I was like, I like some of the stuff they say, but not the other stuff, you know. Not the economic side, I'm not really for it. I don't want these wars. What is going on with these wars? And so when I saw that sign, I came back and I looked up Ron Paul, and my life changed. Sorry, I want to look at the camera. I keep thinking it's down. My life changed forever. Okay, because I was like, whoa. Here's a guy that's talking common sense on the economy. He's talking about, what is the Federal Reserve? He hates the Federal Reserve. What is the Federal Reserve? I've heard that term before, but what is the Federal Reserve? And, you know, like, okay, he's anti-war. I like that. He's pro-capitalism. I like that. He's talking, what is this Federal Reserve? Why does he keep talking about the Federal Reserve? And then I go look up what the Federal Reserve is, and boom, that's the next step of my awakening. What in the hell, man? This cannot be the way things are, right? I keep looking at the wrong corner. But that can't be the way things are. What the hell is going on here? And then I, you know, decide, no, that's my guy. Ron Paul's my guy. I have to support him. And I got a whole year and a half to do it because he just had announced his candidacy, and I said, no, absolutely. Why haven't I heard of this guy? Why isn't he on TV? This makes complete logical, rational sense to me. Why isn't he on TV? Why am I not hearing about Ron Paul? A little bit later out, he's getting shut out of the debates and things, and that was kind of my beginning there. I started looking into all this stuff, and it's bullshit, man. It's a two-party monopoly, and I watched him get screwed right out of the nomination, screwed at every chance, screwed by the media, or rigged, as Trump would say. I mean, it was screwed, but screwed is rigged. I mean, it was rigged to demean him. It was rigged to dismiss him and not let him have a voice when his voice was the voice of reason, without question or doubt. It's affected me greatly. That's when I started not wanting to get political with songs, but as a punk rocker and stuff, I just wanted to get a rise out of people, and you need a response. What you do is for music or these videos is get a response out of people. Get somebody to respond, you know. And I'm getting a little long-winded here. It's 20 minutes, so this is a good story, I guess. Thank you. It's medication time. It is medication time, and I'm self-medicating through rehabbing myself through the video channels here. So thank you very much, and thank you, StyxHexenHammer666. I'm with you, buddy. Both of you guys. You guys are good people, I can tell. So, anyways, I start writing songs like "We Want Drugs, They Want War," and songs like other songs. I'm not going to get into every single name. I will post them eventually, and I better get my ass on doing that, because we actually own the recording rights to couple demos and a live recording and stuff that we've paid for outright. We own that stuff, so there's no reason it shouldn't be on there, and I will put it on there. Make a Black Tooth page. Our band was called Black Tooth Brigade, by the way. I don't know why I never said that. Black Teeth! Alright. But we started writing political music, so not political as in like really political, just getting a rise out of people, making people wake up. It's that dumping the cold water over their head type thing, where maybe if you can talk enough interesting shit, that people will come out of their trance a little bit. So that was our attempt. But yeah, so that was kind of like my political awakening, and then, you know, we started the band, and we started getting more serious, I guess, in about 2000, end of 2007, into 2008. Obama got elected, and like I could read this from It's Medication Time here, and you could say the same thing about Obama. You did not see people in the streets, going nuts when Obama won. Now, I was not happy about that. I was a Ron Paul guy. I wanted Ron Paul to win, but I certainly didn't crap all over Obama right away. I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. He talked about ending the wars. He talked about stopping Guantanamo. He was a constitutional professor, for God's sake. So he was supposed to clean some of this shit up. There was not... What you see going on with Trump is totally ridiculous. But it's not... It's ridiculous from a certain point of view. They just need to get focused and protest what's meaningful, like the wars, the drones, the enemy combatant, the NDAA 2012. That's what they need to protest. That's what I would go out there and protest with them. But like, I'm going to go, this is when I get back home. I'm stuck in Ohio right now for training and stuff. And when I get back home, I'm going to go get a huge piece of cardboard, and I'm going to write, I support our president-elect. And I'm going to go stand in the effing corner with that sign and see how many people I can get and film that shit. That's what I'm going to do. And just to go and see how much support there is, because he won Michigan, for Christ's sakes, and it's a blue state. maybe people like him. You know what I mean? And when I went and protested on that same street corner with the big Hillary for prison sign, I got about 10-1. Like, people were honking and waving and having fun on their way home driving, and that's a cool thing. I'm getting a little off topic. I'm drinking some beers. I had a shit day. A shit day, by the way. Keep looking in the wrong effing corner of my phone. The last video I did, it was whatever. My point is, you could take these same words out of It's Medication Time here. The point where it says, I have to admit, I don't really understand the truly bizarre reaction by some people who voted for Clinton. 8 years of Bush and 8 years of Obama have destroyed our country, which they absolutely have. They haven't totally destroyed it, but they have effed it up pretty good. I mean, they've used the niceness of liberalism as a weapon against us all. And if we don't wake up from this, there's going to be some real serious consequences. Because while liberalism is based in what you'd call tolerance, these people are not tolerant people. Believe me, this is weaponized democracy, if you will. This is the media whipping everybody into a frenzy. And they won't stop. I watched 60 Minutes last night with the president-elect. Never have I seen such an assassination on somebody's character. Never, ever, ever. But, when he says that, let's see. Basically, what I'm getting at is, he's saying, I don't understand the bizarre reaction. Well, in a sane world, I don't either. But in an insane world, I do. When these people have had 8 years, people that are 18, since they were 10, telling people that everything is racist in the world and that you're being oppressed and all this stuff, there's a partial truth to that. I'm not going to completely dismiss that. There's some wrongs and injustices in the world, but it's not exactly like it used to be. Let's say that. A lot of people voted for Obama that switched and voted for Trump. That's just a fact. But anyways, that's a little bit of my background. I love metal music. I was in a metal band for 5 years. It wasn't like a quote-unquote successful, but it was successful enough to make sweet music, and that's a fact. And I'll get it uploaded for sure very soon. It's not exactly grindcore. It's more I'd call violent groove metal, Pantera style, like just ass-kicking stuff. But the country music and the Willie Nelson is where I got the guts to, you can't make a record if you ain't got nothing to say. And so I had something to say, and I did that. So me being a loudmouth, boisterous lead singer, not give a shit type of person, I don't have a problem doing these little YouTube videos. I just need to do more of them, and I need to get them more succinct. Like right now I'm looking at the timer here, and it's 28 minutes. That's a little bit lengthy. Like I said, I've had a shit day, and I'm, drinking some beers and whatnot. But I gotta try to wrap this up. So please, if you watch this, it's medication time. You're my #1 fan, for sure, at this point, as far as outside of my circle of people that actually know me. So this video is dedicated to you, buddy. And if there's any other topics you want to hear about, or anything you want me to discuss politically or whatever, feel free to do that. I'd like to do that. I'd like to answer any questions that anybody has. So anybody that would go on there and comment, I heard Styx's thing today where he's up to 66,666 subscribers, which is awesome. Which is awesome, dude. I'm just so pumped that I watched your success just explode. I've been at you since like 15,000 subscribers or 20, somewhere in there. And I'm just watching that number just crank, So, cheers, brother. That's awesome. And we're gonna fucking change this world. Just like it's medication time says on here that it's people like Styx that can change the world and bring people together through explaining the goings on that are hard to grasp unless you're researching 24/7. Well, like I said, I was researching 24/7 to gain the truth and the knowledge, not because A, I cared about my country and I love this country, deeply love this country, and B, because I like kicking ass metal and I want to have something to say when I'm doing kicking ass metal or whatever artistic things I'm doing. So I am a very political person. I try to look across both spectrums. I try to analyze it, just like Styx. That's why I'm gravitated towards Styx so much, is because he's highly intelligent, he's well-spoken, and I share the same kind of views. I'm a libertarian that gravitated towards Trump, and there's no BS there. Styx tells it like it is. I'll tell it like it is. I promise that I'll do that, and I won't let you down. Anybody who watches this, just please comment below, do your thing there, and I'll be here for you, man. This is what I love to do. I can sit here and literally make these videos and talk shit till the end of time. So the only thing I really need is something to talk shit about. So give me something to talk shit about, and I'll ramble on for infinity. This is pretty easy to me. Now, I'll make a couple differentiations. Styx apparently says he doesn't do any alcohol or drugs or anything like that, which is fantastic. I, however, will occasionally crack down some beers. This time it's Modelo Negra, which is a fantastic cerveza, and I absolutely love it. Now, I'm not talking about doing videos while drinking all the time, but the occasion will come up, and much like with music, I tend to have more of a free flow if I have a beer or two. So just want to say thank you thank you It's Medication Time. You're my first real fan, and I appreciate it, man. And I will not let you down. And anything you want to hear me talk shit on, you just put it on the fucking video, and I will get back to you, man. So, I've talked a million different ramblings in a bunch of different directions. One last thing. I'm going to plug my Twitter account, which I did on that video too, just in case. Today, also, I'll tell you this too. Thank you, Twitter. I just joined in June. I never got the whole Twitter thing before. Blacktooth was on Twitter when it first started, but it wasn't a thing kind of back then, and we never really used it. But it is now for me personally. I have a few Twitters, but it counts for different things because like my personal one, or let's put it this way. I love the Detroit Lions, and I love